Today we're talking about 2017. What are your plans?
Thank you for joining me again on another edition of the talk show. As you know, my name is Peter Pan and you guys are watching Peter Pan TV. Charity, they say, begins at home. So before you go outside there to look for it, my brother, you have to check yourself first if you have it. See, I remain the first son of Edo and Akoko Edo Igara. If you have problem with that because of many turmoil, so my brother, you have to call the Kingo. In my native language, we used to say Egero. It means no time. My people, there is no time. Oh, we are coming back because there is no time. You understand me now? Oh yeah, flip. Today I'm wearing suit. I'm very happy because my channel just clocked 100 subscribers, and it's not easy. If you think, oh, somebody is having 1 million subscribers, my brother, try starting your own channel. I know the difficulties in it. You understand me? Literally, you will see, how can you be 100 subscribers but you have a friend more than 1,000, and so it be. When you start something legit, you will not have friend. You understand me? Nobody want to associate with you. You understand? Most people still think I'm doing rubbish, but I thank all of you now, because you know why? Even God said, despise not the days of your little beginning. I am happy. You know why I'm happy? Because the people who have subscribed, who are encouraging me, are not just only Nigerians. See, I am from Kenya, I am from US, yes, I am from Philippines, I am from Pakistan. That's all the thing be. You understand me? So my brother, I am happy, and I am happy to have 100 subscribers. I am telling you now, in few time to come, I will still come here and celebrate 100,000 subscribers. That's what the life they be. Despite all the days of your little beginning, you will know what encourage me. I thank you. You that has been encouraging me, I still thank you. You that is chatting me and watching my video and commenting and still sharing out of your own leisure, out of your own time, I say may God bless you. I am still thanking you all together. So my people, thanks a lot. I really appreciate for all you guys have been doing. Consistency, now they pay. I am here to stay. Peter Pan TV is here to stay. I'm going nowhere. So if you want to help me, share my video, subscribe, comment, invite your friend to subscribe. I have promised to be using English. I'm not going to be using pidgin English again, because as you see me now, my name self is a grammatical error. No, I say grammatical error. No. I am going to say I am grammatical expression. I can see when it comes to grammar, leave that one for me. I will bounce all of you. Not be grammar. Leave that thing. My people will come back. No time. Oh yeah, flip. Just because I'm 100 videos, I have 100 subscribers now. this cameraman want to joke me with this time. I know it is your plan, Abi. Is it not? You said what? It's not your plan. The who's special plan? Oh, this man. So this is the man that want to kill me. Akpabio. I am on my own. You came to my show. You still want to strangle me with my tie. Abi, did I tell him I'm tired of living? Don't do this in it. For this thing he has done, I'm going to finish him. My people, this is Akpabio. You understand? This is the present Niger Delta minister under this our government. He was the former governor of Akwa Ibom State for 8 years. He did nothing. You understand me? Then he became Senate Minority Leader under PDP before he decamped to APC. Ashawo. You understand me now? This man again has come to my program. I don't know what he's looking for, and he want to strangle me to death. Akpabio, you are a devil. You are not only. I thought you are just a political criminal. I don't know you have the mind to also want to kill me, like you want to kill Joy Nunia. Abi, and we meet you today. In case you guys don't know, the former Niger Delta minister, her name is Joy Nunia. She's a lady. She has been removed from office because of this criminal here. You know why? This criminal was accused of awarding contract to himself worth 500 million naira. You know what this politician do in my country is this. You give them political power to serve the people, they serve their own interests. Most of them, they went as far as even registering a business just to get contract from the government. And they will not do it because they know nobody will ask them. You understand? The former Niger Delta minister woman has come out to explain to us the reason why she was removed and what has been the reason behind her removal from the office as the boss. You know, for us, women are always vulnerable, especially when it comes to Africa. We don't value them. We don't treat them right. We don't do them well. We always fight them at every given opportunity. That is what this criminal here has done to the woman. Do you understand me? As it is now, she's no longer the MD. But there's a video I want to play for you where the woman was explaining to the public as to why she was removed from the office, what transpired between her and this criminal here. You understand me? You know one thing, this criminal here, there are people like him. We have over 100 of them in Nigeria. They are the one holding Nigeria progress backward. They are supposed to be the one who be put in prison, but instead they are working freely in prison us by borrowing money and stealing our wealth and stealing our money. Even they are stealing it is not my problem. Steal it, use it in the country. No, they will steal it and take it to other countries to invest there. That is the problem of Nigeria or even Africa in general. Now so it be. If your country is different and you are an African country, prove me wrong. Comment on this video. You understand me? So please, this video is around 8 minutes. I decide to play it full so that everybody will have the idea. You understand? The insight of what happened between him and the lady. We are coming back because this man is a terrorist. So I'm telling you see for yourself. He tried to kill me. He tried to strangle me. We are coming back, my people. I have flipped.
Any payment in NDDC without Godswill Akpabio's approval. When we first came to NDDC, on the day of going for the inauguration, he told me in the car that, Madam MD, if you don't do what I say, the same pen with which I used to sign your letter, it will be the same pen that I will use to remove you. He said the first thing I should do when I get to Port Harcourt is to change the dollars in the NDDC account. I was scared to do that. After that, he came to Port Harcourt 2 days after the inauguration. He said the first thing I should do is to make sure I change the dollars. I should remove Mr. Kaltungo from being legal and send him on compulsory retirement, that we cannot have a northerner be the head of the legal team, of the legal unit. He said I should remove all the other directors that refused to take his instruction during the time of Mrs. Agwagaga. That was the predecessor before I came. So he came also with a draft, which I've submitted, with a draft letter that I should write and put it on my letterhead, implicating Senator Nwobushi for collecting contracts in NDDC. I told him that I will not, I'm a lawyer, and that whoever alleges must prove. The fact that Senator Nwobushi is giving us trouble as IMC, you remember also that they did not recognize the IMC. I said I will not do that letter. He said I was ungrateful and I refused to do the letter. Dr. Cairo now said that he will do the letter. If Akpabio tells him to kill, he will kill before he asks, why did he kill? I said, for me, I will not do the letter. At that place, there was Mr. Etiebet, who was the only staff of the NDDC that was present at that meeting. When he finished, he now asked Dr. Cairo to go and send for the letter-headed paper from the office. They now sent for the letter-headed paper. Dr. Cairo now did the letter, which I've also submitted to the committee, alleging that Senator Nwobushi had contracts. Then he said, I must sign the cover letter. I said, if I sign any document from me seen by Mr. President, he will believe every line of it. So I will only write that the EDP, who should know about projects, have gone. The next thing that he told me, he said, I must make sure that all these people leave and that the procurement, because apparently Akpabio, before I came, when himself and Festus Keyamo were ministers, their first meeting at the commission, he was awarded 30 contracts for Distilton and Water Hyacinth. Mr. Linus, who was the director finance, refused to sign because it did not follow due process. He also said that I should implicate the chairman of the House Committee, because the chairman of the House Committee had gone to Ondo State for a meeting to plan against him. Water Hyacinth and Distilton, they said that the budget for Water Hyacinth and Distilton was, I think, for about 3 to 5 billion. I'm not sure exactly how much. But that the NDDC, before I came, had overstretched itself to about 50 billion for Water Hyacinth and Distilton. And so the National Assembly had written us, they have it also, they had written us that we should not pay for anything like that. He said, and guess what? Akpabio never signs any documents. He will always refuse to sign, but he will tell you to go and commit the fraud. For instance, he told me to go and raise a memo and give an emergency contract for flood victims. He wanted me to take an oath. He has denied that, but I want to say today, he told me up to 3 times until we had a reconciliation meeting at the villa in the house of Mr. Sadiki Abba, who is the SA to the president on domestics. In that meeting was Alhaji Mekano. He said the only condition was if I take the oath. I refused to take the oath, and I did not take that oath. And I will never take the oath from him. So he said he was going to remove me. He started a campaign of calumny against me. He said I did not answer him because the facts will speak for itself. Now, to end this matter about the procurement process, I refused to go with him to deceive Mr. President at the FEC meeting, because the Procurement Act says if I contravene any section of the Procurement Act, is 5 years imprisonment without an option of fine. So if I go and say they should pay for the process, if you see, they say it's for 2020 budget. Akpabio went to get the approval from FEC. The 2020 budget has not even been discussed by the National Assembly till today. The 2020 budget has not been passed. However, he lied to FEC, which is the greatest embarrassment in this country, for a budget that has not been passed, for an approval to be given for that procurement. I refused to go because he wanted me to send the money for the procurement to the ministry to implement the forensic audit. I refused. I am challenging him to deny any of these allegations, because I have to round up for you people. But all the facts and all that I've said are all written in my document. The person that authorized it.
Don't say it.
I will say
Don't say it again. Don't say it again.
I am calling on Mr. President. I am calling on Mr. President to do the needful. If not, the past ESCB chairman is being served under investigation. I am thereby calling on the NDC president to be sacked. There should be sacked in the
we have all heard.
You have heard and you have seen it all, what the lady was saying. You saw what happened, how this man tried to use them to defraud Nigeria. But you know the problem, even as she was saying all these things, there are people who still don't believe her. There are people who still fighting for the man. You can see on the ending of the video, one, I don't know how to describe that individual who was still fighting the lady for this same criminal. That is Nigeria for you. That is why you see the politicians, they keep getting away because we are not ready to fight them. Because it's my brother, is a saint. Because it's your brother, is a saint. Until we decide to act in one accord, we will keep running away from our country. Nigeria is one of the richest countries in the world, though. I'm just telling you people now. In terms of mineral resources. But in human capital, we are the poorest nation. How is that possible? How can Saudi Arabia citizens be enjoying more than us? I still don't understand. You understand me? If you don't know Nigeria, my people, check your Google map. That country is so much blessed with everything that see, Nigeria is the most complete country in the world with everything. Anything you are looking for, they have it. But yet, in human capital, we are the poorest country in the world. We have even taken we have overtaken India as the most poverty-stricken place in the world. But that is aside. You understand me? But this same Akpabio, it is people like him who is defrauding Nigeria on a daily basis. When they call you to come and protest, you don't want to come. We call you for okay, come and fight for your right. Nobody will come. Now this is the problem. He's still in the office, so nothing has been done to him, but the lady has been removed from the office. That is Nigeria for you. The less you look, the more you see. That is my country. Republic. I always call it Federal Republic of Zezeria. It is like that. We are. See, Animal Kingdom is better than that place. I'm just telling you. Just wait. Now, a national TV in my country called Akpabio to ask because the lady life has been under threat, just like the way you want to strangle me just now. You understand me? They were trying to bouse the woman, to kill the woman. And a national TV recently interviewed this Akpabio. I beg, let's hear what he has to say regarding the allegation. We are coming back, my people. Oh yeah, flip.
That is to show you that nobody's will shunting her. That's why I said she needs to calm down and then reassess herself. And then you also need to bring all the former husbands, at least bring 4 of them that she had married in the past, to this studio so that you ask them questions one after the other, because it looks like a character problem.
Will they have answers to her professional,
they will have answers
to her professional conduct?
They will not professional conduct. That is not an issue. What is she a professional? Let her come and tell you first. But let her tell you about her character, because
you had to hear what he was saying. That is to show you the kind of mind these people have for Nigeria. You understand? He was saying the woman has 4 former husbands. What does that has to do with somebody threatening to kill him? Oh, are you trying to tell us? That's why, see, Nigeria is not a working nation. Now you are trying to tell us, yes, I want to kill her, to put the allegation on her former husband's head. If it's in a country that is civilized, he has already, implicated himself by even saying this thing on the national TV. But you know what? Nigeria is a country that we the citizens, we don't know what we are doing. That's why sometimes, trying to defend Nigeria is always difficult, because I think we like the way we are living. Yes, so we like the way we are living. That's why when somebody come to me and say the government is not doing road, I look at you and laugh. Your problem is doing you, not me. And there is no light. My brother, if there is no light, go and buy a generator or go and do solar system. Don't complain. Because when they ask people like you to come outside to defend your right tomorrow, do you know what is basic amenity? Basic amenity is the most simplest definition in the world. Even a baby know what is basic amenity. We don't have it. Richest nation in the world. Basic amenity, the citizens don't know. No light or no road, nothing. My country is the only country that a governor will come and tell you, vote for me, I will do this road. They will be campaigning on the backdrop of road. Now here is one of those now who is shopping the money. Because why? He wants to gather billions and billions of dollars so that when the presidential ambition come in 2023, he will buy his way to be the president. That is Nigeria for you. But do you blame them? I don't blame them. I blame me and you, the citizen. Now let me talk to this former NDDC boss. Madam, you try for what you did, you understand? In fact, I feel for you. But the truth remains the truth and the fact remains the fact. Your allegations are just an allegation without proof. Because even in a court of law, you lack merit to even prosecute. In fact, they lack merit to prosecute this man. You know why? See, there is a governor in my country most especially Kano State, many of you is watching, type Ganduje or Gandola, you will see a governor, a sitting governor, present sitting governor, who was caught red-handed with a videotape, taking $5 million into his Gandura. Till today, if my own president, the present president now came out and said it was a doctored video, that the video was just a Photoshop. You understand? To implicate that governor. But meanwhile, it was confirmed, it was an authentic video. You understand? The video was authenticated by some international or some forensic diplomats in the country. But still, the president said no, and the people said no, it was a doctored video. This same governor conducted another election and won. That is Nigeria for you. So why will you just come and start saying all these things? Madam, you should have at least get a camera, your phone camera, voice record or video record. And for those of you out there, this is digital era. This is 21st century. If you want to fight this government, you don't just come out here and start talking. You know, nobody will listen to you. Nobody will listen to you. But let me advise you guys. See, we have this little pen camera. We have some digital, you know, equipment that are even around us these days that we can use as a tool to nail all these government officials. If you don't know how to get them, my brother, reach out to me. If you are in Nigeria with 15,000 naira alone, I can get you a sophisticated pen with video. You understand me? I can get you pen that you put in your pocket. It will be recording both voice and video. You understand? And you'll be talking to with the person. You'll be recording because if this woman has such evidence, it will have been better off. Even though they are going to rebuff it at the end of the day and call it clone and doctor. Because even this government is clone and they are doctor. You understand me? So anything you bring before them as an evidence, they keep saying it's clone and it's doctor. So my people, that is my country for you. That is my country for you. That is in fact, that is the most corruptible country in the world. Take it or leave it. But still the richest people in the world. We are loving people, but the government has made it look so lukewarm. This is a minister. Nobody is going to arrest him. Nobody will arrest him. He will even be the one to arrest somebody. You see, as he is now, he was accused. He still went ahead to remove the woman from office, but he still retained his office. That is Nigeria. The less you look, the more you see. My people, we go live here. You that they will call to, I keep saying it in this program. They will beg you, come on, go and vote. Don't take $2, $1. You will not listen. You go and take $1. Come and protest for your right. You will say no, you don't want to die. My brother, you will keep suffering. Nobody will rescue you. If you like, pray for not the eternity. See, you will only die. Your children will come and hear the prayer. You know, you understand me? Our forefathers, until they didn't pray, they pray more than you and I. Today we are still suffering. You know why? Because they refuse to take action. Then they pass away. The burden is now on us now. You understand? This is how we are going to pass away. And our generation will keep suffering. Keep praying. God will answer you. You understand? You understand me? Oh yeah, now. Move, Philip. Because this Akpabo, your matter will not kill us here. This is a criminal. Anywhere you people see him, he's a thief. You understand me? It is Peter Pan that is saying it. Akpabio is a thief. Don't come and tell me what you are saying, what you are not saying. I am the one saying it. Let him come and look for me, no problem. We'll fight, we'll dig it together. Akpabio, I'm waiting for you. He's a thief. My brother, I am coming back. Oh yeah, flip. Recently, the Lebanese minister, more go Lebanon now. You know the things that they happen there. Not be only Nigeria news. Recently, the Lebanese minister to Nigeria, you understand, just walk out on some Nigeria officials who were delegated, you know, to spearhead this trafficking that just recently took place in Lebanon. Recall that one Ariwolo Temitokpe from Lagos State or Ibadan, she was trafficked to Lebanon as a domestic worker. On getting there, their employee, you know how these people they behave sometimes. They were maltreating and misusing her. So she decided to run away. You understand? because of course many of us have seen so many stories where most of them fall victim and then they were killed in the end. She decided to run away, but guess what? Our trafficker, the people that took her there, you understand, we call them the sponsorer, the trafficker, the sponsorer. They decided to frame her up for an attempted murder on her employee. So recently an evacuation was taking place because of this corona, and she was going to be among those to be evacuated. But on getting to the evacuation point, she was rearrested by the Lebanese officials. You understand? She was taken and she was withheld for 3 solid weeks. Nobody asked from her. For the first time in my life, Nigeria consulate in Lebanese decided to take action. Of course, we know Nigeria consulate, they never do anything. That is why we Nigerians, we don't have respect outside our own jurisdiction country. You understand? Once we leave Nigeria to another country, no respect. Because you know why? Our ambassadors are not working. They are not defending us. When you call them, you are not even in the office. When you go there to renew your passport, it is a problem. You understand? They will play with you. They are corrupt everywhere. They have make it as their own official official business. That is how bad it is. But this one in Lebanon, I want to commend you guys. If truly it was you guys that take that bold step. So they took a bold step and then they went to the Lebanese government and demanded for her release, that she was being framed up. At the long run, let's cut the story short, my people, because this one said na yeye talk. You understand me? She was freed and she was evacuated to Nigeria alongside with 51 Nigerians who were stranded in Lebanon. You understand? So while that was going on, the Lebanese minister, to Nigeria was summoned by the Nigeria government. And guess what? While they were in the meeting, you know Nigerians now, because one show say we be the boss and we know nothing. They want to use all those their melu character, all those their fraudulent, activity, all those their corruption mindset. And this guy saw where they were going. Is it not just to release somebody and bring the person back to Nigeria? What is the point of making all this drama? The guy decided to walk away. He walked away from them because they are not serious. Because they are not serious. You understand? They are not serious. Something you just settle amicably. They want to settle the matter with 5 AK market days. How come? Is that possible? The guy walked away. For those of you who have not watched it, please. We are coming back home. I want you to watch it where he walked out of them because they were saying rubbish. You understand me now? My brother, we are coming back. We'll see you. I beg. Philip.
The Lebanese ambassador to Nigeria has promised that a Nigerian domestic worker maltreated by her employer in Lebanon, Temitokbe Ariwolo, who has been released, would return to the country by the weekend. He added that other Nigerians trafficked to Lebanon would also be repatriated alongside her. Boyo Thomas reports.
The meeting between the House Committee on Diaspora and the Lebanese ambassador to Nigeria did not start on a friendly note.
It is rude for them to walk out, and we cannot be captured, even on TV. We cannot. Darling, we need to come. I said, do you know the meaning of executive session? You said yes.
That means the press
We cannot be captured at all. It doesn't want
and then the press will.
The chairman of the Committee on Diaspora, Tolulokpe Shadipe, was displeased with the Lebanese ambassador to Nigeria, Hosem Diab, over his disposition to media coverage of the meeting. Just before the meeting started, the ambassador walked out on the meeting.
To please excuse them. And then I will now tell you that they can be excused, and then we will start an executive session that media will now be excused from.
The Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, who came in company of the Lebanese ambassador to Nigeria, explained to the committee his reasons for walking out.
This will tell you Nigeria is no longer a country that deserves to be respected. You understand me? That is a minister from Lebanon to Nigeria walking out on them because they have nothing to say. Of course, they have nothing to say. I commend the guy for walking out. You understand me? Not be every time person. Not be every time person. They mumu. Una no dey get sense. Nigeria officials. Una no dey get sense. Small matter, small issue that will be resolved amicably. See, look at how many people they gathered. They even get a round table as if they were going to do inauguration ceremony, as if it's a fake meeting. It's a federal executive meeting. You understand? As if the president want to address the nation. For one man head, 20 people is sitting down to discuss what? One individual who was refused to be repatriated, and they decide to repatriate that individual. And all of you gather meeting to do what? At the end of the day, now that same meeting, now they will tell you they spend billions and billions of naira to set out those tables. That is the problem of my country, Nigeria. That's why I commend that minister for working out on them, because they are criminals. What are they there to discuss? What do you want to discuss? Is it even if you want to discuss fixing Nigeria, do you even need such people? Do you need to gather such people? Dubai na one person think am. They not gather table, they not form table, they not form anything. Must you guys form table? Must you form table? Everything e always dey different when e don come to my country. Na the matter be that. Mr. Minister, thank you so much for working out on them. Next time, say no even go, because they don't have anything to say. They don't have anything to say. They are all criminals there. Thank you, my people. This matter will not hold us here today. Understand me? I beg. Oh, flip. Thank you for watching this edition of the talk show. You understand? I want to say thanks to all of you who will still comment and still watch. You understand? Please keep sharing. That's all we are asking. Just help us to share, comment, and encourage your friends to subscribe. You understand? Encourage me now, my brothers. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. God bless you now. We will see you now again.